What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Really excited for today's episode. So I got up early this morning, made a long haul up here to North Arkansas to come out here and fish this river for some trout. I love this place. I've fished here a lot over the last several years, but I haven't fished here as much recently as I would like to, and I've kind of got the trout fishing bug. I went fishing with my buddy David up on the White River last week, caught some nice trout, and ever since then I just wanted to come out and catch some more. So we're here at this river. This is a different river, and it can either be really good or it can be really bad. The water looks fantastic. It's got this nice kind of like blue-green color, which I really like. It makes the fish a little bit easier to catch because it's not crystal clear. They're not as spooky, so I'm hoping that as long as there are some fish from here that we will be able to catch some. Another thing to note is that it is absolutely freezing out here today. So yesterday it was like 72 degrees, and today, well, up here it is 34 degrees. It is absolutely frigid, but at least I am bundled up. I have good layering on today. I've got my 6th Sense. I forget this thing's even called. I call it the sleeping bag pullover because it literally feels like I'm wearing a sleeping bag. It keeps me so warm and toasty. I will leave it linked if you guys are looking for a nice warm winter jacket. Even though spring is starting to show up, we're still going to deal with some cold nights. But anyways, the river over here is looking super enticing, and I'm excited to get down there, toss some trout magnets around, and see what we can catch. Hopefully we'll catch some big ones. So if y'all are excited to join along with me on today's fishing adventure, do me a huge favor, hit thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and let's see what kind of trout we can get into today. Let's go. Okay, we're down here on the water's edge, and I'm serious, guys. This looks phenomenal. This is the best I've seen this river look in the past several times that I've been here, so I'm really excited to get things started. As far as the gear goes, we start off throwing the ACC Crappie 6 7/6 medium, like the longer rod with on a trout magnet. Got 10-pound braid spooled up here, and then I have a 2-pound fluorocarbon leader. Most of the time I throw a 4, and I wish I did have 4, but I realized that I didn't have any in my bag, so we're using 2. Also, I'm looking straight down real quick. Look at this thing. This is crazy. I'm not gonna touch it because I don't want my hands to get wet. Is that alive or dead? I think he's dead. Well, I was gonna show you, but it's just a dead crawfish. Sorry guys for the false alarm. I thought it was a big old live looking sucker, but anyways, then attached to my leader, I have the one and only trout magnet. And this is honestly like the river that I learned how to throw this bait on. I have a ton of confidence in this lure. My favorite thing to trout fish with, and I have it right now situated about 3.5 feet below this bobber. I might deepen it up. I actually am going to deepen it up just because the water is up a little bit right here. But the idea is that you just want to cast this thing upstream and let it drift downstream as natural as possible. So to do that, you're just going to mend your line a little bit. Hopefully we'll get bit soon. Hey, that's a fish. There we go. First fish of the day, guys. Not a bad one, not a big one, but we'll take it. Oh, wet my hand a little bit. I'm not gonna keep this one, he's a little small. Definitely gonna keep some fish today. But there's our first little guy. He is quite tiny, but it is a fish. It's a good sign there are some fish here hanging out in the river today. And that only took us a couple of casts, so definitely optimistic that we will be catching some more fish today. Hopefully we'll get some that are bigger and have a little bit more character than that one. That one there was kind of a Weenie Hut Jr. little rainbow trout. Fish on. Oh, it's a jumper. That's a better fish. There we go. We kind of moved upstream just a little bit. Bigger than our first one. Come here, little guy. There we go. He's slightly bigger. He's got all of his fins, which is good. He's got some nice spots. Gotcha. Hey, a little bit bigger. Ah, maybe not. Maybe about the same size. Moved upstream even a little bit more. Come here, big guy. Yeah, he's bigger. He's bigger. He may just be a centimeter bigger, but he is bigger. And he also has all of his fins. That's a pretty fish. Good looking little rainbow trout right there, guys. Uh-oh, there we go. There we go, there's a nicer fish. Moved up again. I'm gonna have to go down here and land this guy on this 2-pound test. Is that a brown? Is that a brown trout? I think it's a rainbow. It's a brown. No, I don't know what that is. I think it's a rainbow. Man, I'm all the way up here. Hope it stays on. So we'll have to catch him. Stay on. Oh. Whew, okay, we are down here now. It's a, I don't even know. I think it's a brown. Looks like a brown trout. Yeah, it's a brown. It's a brown. Yeah, buddy. All right, guys, check this out. Beautiful brown trout, first brown of the day, and that's our biggest so far for sure. Honestly, a pretty good brown for this river, but we're gonna send him back. Heck yeah. Hooked him up there on that wall, and I'm actually gonna climb back up there because it's just a better casting and vantage point. I keep my line up out of the current. But yeah, every big fish we catch, we're gonna have to come down here and land it, but that's okay. That guy actually broke my line, so I have to retie it. Where's my jig? Well, it's actually swapped colors too. I was throwing the pink, and I swapped to just an all white trout magnet, and I put a gold head on there. Not sure if that really made a huge difference or not, but it did land us our first brown trout of the day, so I'm gonna retie that. It's kind of the thing with this 2-pound test. If they start snapping their heads around up here on the bank, they can break it. I should have brought my net down here. It's down there with my stuff, but I was just coming up here doing some exploring. If I catch any more, I'll probably go down and grab my net just to make things a little bit easier, and just in case I do hook up with a monster, because there are some monsters that live out here. There's just a little trout. This one here we should be able to get all the way up. Is that a tiny brown? Look at that, it's a tiny brown. We came here closer to the dam and we've got some brown trout action. Look at how tiny that brown trout is, but he is beautiful. That's a pretty fish. Look at the red spots. He is just so tiny. It's always cool to catch both rainbows and browns on the same day. He'd be like a good little fish tank fish. Uh-oh, good trout. Another good brown. Looks like another good brown trout, guys. We're gonna have to walk back down here and get him. What the heck? It's all brown trout up here. I might could flip him. Man, he's not super big. I don't want to break my line. I have to retie. So I'm just gonna walk him down here. I have my net now. I might be able to lean down over the side of the wall and net him. That's awesome. Another good brown trout. Probably like 14 inches maybe. I don't know. They always look bigger when they're down there. We're just gonna walk our trout all the way down. I guess I'll just hop down too. He's hooked right in the nose. Don't get off after all this. All right, got Bobby in the net. Heck yeah, guys. Look at that, guys. Second little brown trout. I think the first one was a little bit bigger, but he's got that white magnet down in there. Everything we've caught upstream up here close to the dam has been brown trout. My hand's wet. That magnet out. Oh, actually, he's pretty long. He actually might be bigger than the last. Look at his nose. Beautiful brown trout. And we'll send him right on back. And we'll do it over. And if we're catching fish like that, I don't mind to walk down and do this whole little runaround act. Gonna leave my net right there on this nice little smooth root ball. And we're gonna hike back up here and try to catch another one. Fish on the jerk bait. Fish on the jerk bait, baby. What is that? Is it a rainbow or a brown? All we've caught up here so far has been browns. Looks like a good fish, guys. It's a bass. It's a bass. It's neither. It's a largemouth. Let's go. Yes. Haha, it's a largemouth. Heck yeah, guys, look at that. And guys, I just want to show you guys something. Look at how thick and chunky that largemouth is. You know, these bass that live here in these trout streams are eating these trout, and they're so rich in protein. I mean, you could grow a monster bass out here. I've seen some enormous bass up here in this area, and wasn't expecting to catch that guy just then. I thought it was gonna be a trout. That is awesome, man. Okay, I'll take it. First bass of the day. We caught rainbow trout, brown trout, largemouth bass. Might just turn this to a multi-species mission. You know, I'm a multi-species man. I've seen some different sunfish hanging out in the rocks down there. I might go after some of them and we'll just do a slam out of all this. That'd be fun. But he bit that trout magnet jerkbait. That's exciting. He was up in that fast current too. Like, not gonna lie, he was up there. It was, I mean, an odd spot for him to be. It might have just got right behind a boulder where he was chilling at. Oh, what the heck? I snagged something. Or did he bite it? I think I snagged something. Is that a trout? It's another little brown trout. I'm not sure if he swiped at it or if I just jabbed it into him. Second fish on the jerkbait is a little brown trout. Little brown trout on the little brown trout jerkbait. I don't know if he swiped at it or if I just snagged him, but fish catch is fish catch. Another trout. He's running fast. Right to me. Is he big? Oh, there we go. We got ourselves a keeper rainbow. There we go. Nice little keeper rainbow. I'm gonna walk him down here. I know I can flip this guy, but I'm just gonna walk him down here and then we're gonna tie him onto the stringer. Not a monster, but he's a chunky little dude. Oh, almost fell off. Okay, so I made a change because I broke my crap off. I actually put the chartreuse jig head on. My buddy David that I fished with the other day, he was giving me a hard time because I was telling him I don't really like chartreuse jig heads, and he proceeded to catch a couple with it. So here I am now, the chartreuse jig head on the white magnet, and that was like my second cast with it, just trying to show him something a little different, and it worked out. So I'm not really sure too much if jig head color matters when you're trout fishing, but hey, we did the chartreuse. So if you're watching, that's for you, buddy. And since this trout is going on the stringer, we are giving him the old-fashioned death grip. String him on there. There you go. Just a nice little, probably 12-inch rainbow. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy. I'm looking to keep fish between, like, you know, that 12 to 15-inch range. Hop down here in time to this root ball. This looks like a good spot. Keep them fresh in the water. Let's get up here and catch another one. Been doing a lot of up and down climbing today, and I like it. Oh gosh, nice fish, nice fish, nice fish, nice fish. Nice fish in the fast current. I think it's a big rainbow. I gotta get down here quick. I gotta get down here quick. Nice fish. Nice fish in the fast current. I can't tell how big he is. Oh, it's a decent fish. Might be a brown. I think it's a brown actually. Stay on. Caught him in the fast current. It's a brown. It's a brown. Yeah. There we go. That's awesome. That's our third good brown of the day. Look at that fish, guys. That is my third brown trout of the day that I've caught that's been about this size, you know, that 14, 15 inches. I thought I had a bigger rainbow for a second. It looked kind of pinkish when he first bit, but that is a gorgeous fish. That is awesome. We're going to, oh gosh, we're gonna hold on to him. My hands are wet, so it should be all right. Makes him slippery though. But we're gonna take him and release him back here into the river. One last look at that brown. Oh, there he goes. You know, that was honestly kind of crazy because I was just walking down this rock wall over here. I was about to hop back down here and fish downstream again because I was not getting any more bites, and he bit right there in that riffle, in that fast water. I thought I was snagging on a rock because I've snagged a bunch of rocks right there, but this time it just happened to be a nice fish. So I guess I'm gonna make a few more casts in this run and see if we can catch a couple more. But if not, we'll move downstream kind of where we started, and we'll kind of just make this walk back up, or maybe we'll fish some new water that we haven't fished yet. Hey, fish on, baby. Is it gonna be a keeper rainbow? Oh, it's a little small. I would like for him to be just a little bit bigger. I honestly didn't even know I had a fish, guys. I kind of drifted down, I lost sight of my bobber, and I was just gonna go reel it in, and there was just a fish on there. Sometimes it works out that way. Not too bad, just a little small. Oh my gosh, we got something right here. Oh my gosh, look at this. What? Species number 4, guys. Look at that. That is a gorgeous long-eared sunfish. Look at the colors in that thing. I mean, that is like one of the most beautiful fish in the world. You can't change my mind on that. Look at that. That bright red-orange chest. Look at the blue. Look at that. What an absolutely stunning fish. I was just kind of poking around here by the rocks. I've seen some sunfish swimming around. I thought they were bluegill. I think there are some bluegill. But look at that long ear. That thing is stunning. I'm gonna try to catch another one. Stay on there, stay on there. He's in the current. Oh, it's a decent one. Oh, it's a good trout. Oh my gosh, good keeper if I can land him. Get up here. Yes, sir, let's go. All right, guys, check that one out. That's my biggest rainbow of the day. He's not like super big or anything, but that is a great keeper. I was hoping to get at least 2 good keepers. One for me, one for Jay. And he was kind of like right there. There's a little bit of a slack water area. But that's a decent fish. Let me get him on the stringer and make a couple more casts right there. And then we're gonna continue moving downward until we can find some more fish. There we go. Another little screaming rainbow and another good keeper. I'm telling you guys, it seems like the theme of the day is just that every time I move down a spot, you know, like 20 feet, I catch a fish. They don't seem to be like super stacked up in any hole, but as long as we're getting consistent bites, that's all that really matters. We caught a lot of nice fish today. Finally getting some mass on the stringer. And all of a sudden we are just 2 away. Which we would have already technically had our limit of rainbows if we were keeping everything, but there is 3 good rainbow trout on the stringer, 2 more and we got a limit. All right, guys, so I have pretty much fished everything that I want to fish trout-wise at this river today, and our grand total of keepers comes out to 3 measly little rainbow trout. But these are gonna be great eating. This is a good size to keep. I feel like if I stayed out here and fished around some more, I would definitely be able to fill out my limit. But the truth is that there has been this little voice in the back of my head, and it's just been driving me crazy because, you know, at this river, you can catch a lot of different species, and you've already seen some of that today. We've caught rainbow trout, brown trout, long-eared sunfish, and largemouth bass. You know, a lot of warm water and cold water species mixed together in this thing, and a couple of fish that live in here that I want to catch are the smallmouth bass and the walleye. And I know of a couple of spots downstream where I could probably make that happen more, and there's a higher concentration of those fish species. So I think that I'm actually going to take these rainbow trout back to the truck, get them on ice, and we are going to haul over to another spot and see if we can make some of that magic happen. I've been wanting to catch some smallies. I'm up here, so I might as well do it. You know, I drove all this way, and I feel dumb not trying to wet a line for some smallmouth, and I brought some smallmouth gear, and I have it back in the truck. So that is what we're gonna do. If we fail, then we fail, but if we don't fail, then it's gonna be awesome. So I'll see you guys when we get to the truck and when we get over to the next spot. All right, well, as y'all just saw, plan B going smallmouth fishing did not work out. I went to a couple of spots downstream. The spot that I was mainly gonna go, they were doing a lot of construction and had the bridge area that I had access to all blocked off, so that didn't work out. And then I went to another spot and the water was just too high and it was over the rocks, so I was planning on standing on. So we just had to cut our losses and make the trek back here to the house. I got the fish all cleaned up and we've got them all laid out here. They're actually all seasoned up and we're about to throw them in the oven and get them all cooked up. Let me show you guys what we're working with. So right here are our little rainbow beauties. A couple of nice specimens. I got those all seasoned up. I've got the other one already wrapped up in that full pan. But I want to show you guys how we season these guys up. So today I used some crawfish boil, some Slappy Mama the hot blend, some lemon olive oil, and then some salt and pepper. So basically, I'll move this butter out of the way. And I'll also put some butter on there. You can see I've scored the fish. I mean, I just cut some slashes in there so that all these flavors can soak into the meat, whether it be the olive oil or the butter or the seasonings. But the real kicker, I love putting this crawfish boil on there. You don't have to put a bunch in it because it's really concentrated, but just adding a little layer of that over the top of the fish, it really soaks into those fillets and it just makes it taste really, really yummy. So I'm going to fold all that up. The oven is preheated to 400 and we're gonna throw it in there for about 40 minutes and it's gonna be good. And to help us out, we've got Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger. How's it going, Si? How's it going, Si? Are you Buzz Lightyear? You're Buzz Lightyear? Are you here to save the galaxy? Or are you here to cook some trout? You're gonna cook some trout? Come here, Space Ranger. Run! Run, Space Ranger. Run, 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 run. Hey, give me 5. Hey, Si, come here. Run, 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 run. Hey, put her there, partner. Put her there, partner. How do you do? It's about his nap time. He's running around crazy. Let's get these fish all folded up. Let's throw them in there so we can eat. I'm hungry. All right, we will see y'all in about 40 minutes. All right, our fish is done. Let's take a peek in here and let's see how we did. Oh, that looks yummy and it smells even better. Look at that, guys. I mean, there is just so many good smells coming out of this right now. We have all the butter melted in there. We have the Cajun spices. Man, and it looks like the fish opened up, so we allowed all those seasonings to get in there. That looks phenomenal. Alright guys, so these fish look even better on the plate than they did in the foil. I mean, they just smell so good. You just got that really just nice even coat of Cajun seasoning. I can smell the crab boil in there, the butter. And we're going to go in for the official taste test really quickly. Find ourselves a nice chunk to pop off the bone right there. Oh yeah, it's cooked to perfection. Uh-oh, I want some of that skin. There we go, guys. That is fantastic. Oh my gosh, I want it spicy. That's what we're looking for. That is what we're looking for. That crab boil plus that hot blend of hot Slappy Mama. That is some spicy fish right there, and I love it. I mean, it is really hard to beat some hot fish on a cold, rainy day like we have today. Dang. Now I wish I would have stuck around and caught my whole limit, but hey, at least we did bring some nice fish home from the river, and we're getting to enjoy them today for lunch. But with that being said, I'm actually going to set this guy down right here. I'm actually going to whip up a couple of side items to go along with that fish. So this is where I'm going to hang up the cleats for today's video. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me out there at the river yesterday. I had a great time trout fishing, and I still have that trout bug in me. So we're probably going to be doing some more trout fishing really soon before it really starts to warm up, and then we start chasing down some crappie and some bass out here on the lake. Jay and I are both really excited about the upcoming spring season, but until then, we hope that y'all enjoyed this trout fishing video. If y'all did, do me a huge favor. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see ya on the next one. Bye guys.